So let's kind of talk about the potentials then, for if we do get you back, if the fans are allowed back in, and if we can eventually be at Australia, America, the UK, or anywhere else. What names? I mean, I hear names, and I'm sure you do all the time, of people saying your name. But whose name do you think of and think I'd quite like that one? That would be the kind of fight that I'd come back for.
I would like some of the rematches that I probably lost. One would be against Danny Garcia, and even another fight with Terence Crawford would be amazing. I just feel that, I didn't really show my best in that fight against Crawford. A lot of things happened in training camp. There was a lot of injuries going into that fight, but because it was such a big fight and there was so much on the table, it was very hard to turn down. And obviously the way the fight ended, it didn't end the way we really wanted it to end. So, I think a Crawford rematch would be something I would definitely jump to. Then you've got the likes of like Kell Brook, who he's then moved up to 154. Whilst this lockdown happened, I've realised that, staying at 147 is the right weight for me. There's no point jumping up two different weights and fighting bigger names because, you can get hurt. And like I said, I'm getting older now and to be thinking right. So I think there are a few names out there. The Danny Garcia rematch will be massive because obviously he beat me, and I think it will sell out well. It'll be a big fight. It could be in America, it could be wherever. So if you look at a few options out there, just seeing what happens really.
Do you think it's fair to say, especially from a Danny Garcia perspective, Danny himself has had a couple of losses since you fought. He's obviously had a lot of wins as well, and fair play to him for that. A fight with Amir Khan would make sense for him as well, because you look at some of the bigger names. There's belts to be contested. The names at the top of the table, if you like. If you two come together, have this rematch, whoever wins is really kind of banging on the door. Then, I mean, if you're not there already, that definitely cements you there as I'm ready now for this title shot.
I mean, a fight between me and Danny Garcia, the winner then goes straight into a world title fight.
Yeah.
So that's one option there. And also another name I forgot to mention was Manny Pacquiao. See, that's one fight I've been chasing for a very long time, and I know he's looking for opponents. And that's another fight I'd love to have. I know there's been talks about it happening. We've spoken to the team and stuff, and it just never seems to happen. So that's another fight out there. I'm sure he's looking for an opponent now, and looking at where to fight as well. And I think that fight could be anywhere in the Middle East or in America or even in the UK. It'll be massive.
Can I give you a hypothetical? If the opportunity to fight Manny Pacquiao comes, but it's behind closed doors, is that something that you would entertain?
It'd be very difficult, but it could happen. End of the day, these fights like the likes of Manny Pacquiao and the big names don't come every day. And I know how hard I've tried to get that fight on the table. But if it come to me, knowing it's behind closed doors, I would still take it because I know it'll be such a big fight, and it could be a fight that cements your legacy. It's such a big fight that you cannot turn that fight down.
Yeah, it's probably a bit of an unfair question, but I want to kind of put it to you. You've obviously mentioned Terence Crawford and Kell Brook in this conversation, and I'm sure you've seen that those two have been speaking about one another in the media the last couple of months. If a fight there was to pan out, given that you've been in with Terence and obviously you know Kell, even though it's not happened on the professional circuit between the two of you, how would you see that fight playing out, Kell Brook, Terence Crawford?
I just feel like Terence Crawford IQ is amazing. He's at the peak of his career. He's beating amazing fighters. I see Terence probably just walking right through him and probably stopping him within the first 5 rounds.
That big a difference? You think it's that much of a step in quality?
Definitely. Kell's taken a lot of beating in his career, and obviously having the broken eye sockets, and obviously puts on a lot of weight, binges, comes back in the sport when he wants, and then you can't keep living that lifestyle he lives. And I think he'll cause himself a lot of problems going in against one of the top guys, top pound for pound fighters, especially.